So yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Cool.
Now we're gonna go train.
Yes, we are, because my wife is probably wondering where the fuck I am.
That's not going in the vlog. Hello, how's everyone doing? My hair's a mess. I'm with Richard, and we are filming another Q&A. How much of a priority do you think fitness needs to be in modern day life?
Oh, it's got to be on there. It's got to be, you know, I mean, for me, my priorities in life are family and friends, fitness, which for me is quite lucky because it's also work, and then you know, chilling out, recreation, video games or whatever. Play, that it's got to be in your top three.
So do you think just because someone isn't obese or noticeably bigger, there's still a risk that if you don't keep active, that you sort of get ill easier, or you're setting yourself up for failure?
Again, for your ongoing health, it's really, really important because, you could be working, balls to the walls as hard as you could, supporting your family, and you spend no time at home. You're pulling long hours, you're doing all that stuff, and then again, as I said, you can have a heart attack or stroke and just drop dead. I mean, I know of people that have been, like your age, my age, that have died. They have literally worked in. I mean, my friend worked in finance, and one day, his missus woke up, and that was it. He was just.
Do you think that can happen to someone who doesn't look?
Yeah.
Unhealthy.
Yeah. Stress is a major killer. If one of the arteries to your heart gets clogged, you will die.
Right.
It is that simple, and it's a tiny thing, not even like that. It's just if you stop the blood flow to your heart, game over.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, they've never really been ill.
Yeah.
Right.
Lucky.
Then they're just oblivious to the risks, and so they live their life and they sort of set priorities elsewhere until the day that they get sick because of their lifestyle choices, and then they're like, wow. Some people survive it, some people. They cure it and they kind of wake up and they change things. But for somebody who's been healthy all their life and who's kind of been focused on other things, to kind of, unless fitness is a priority and fitness is something that they've enjoyed all their life, I think some people, they just ignore it until something happens that makes them change their life.
You can plan ahead. It's like basically saving for retirement, say. You put a little bit away. I mean, if you were to look after your cardiovascular health and to do, little things, say some maybe some resistance training or even some calisthenics or, and anything like that, and it just keeps you going, it's going to mean that, over the long run, you're going to be a hell of a lot healthier than someone that's done nothing at all. I mean, studies have shown that people that exercise do live longer. I mean, obviously there are the outliers, which people just turn around and go, yeah, I've never exercised a day in my life. I've smoked like 40 a day, drink whiskey, beat my wife, and I live to 102.
Part of it is genetics, I think, as well.
Oh yeah.
I think for me, I've just always enjoyed keeping fit because it gives you endorphins, it makes you feel better. If I'm not working out, I just feel worse. So I've kind of become. My goals have shifted over time. It used to kind of be just, first to play. It used to be, that was kind of then late teens where it was about looking good naked. Earlier it was just about enjoying movement, enjoying playing football or whatever. It was an athletic performance. I was just a really active kid. Then, the period where, you want to look your best or whatever. But then when you kind of achieve fitness goals in relation to your looks, like what's next? And then for me now, it's just the actual feeling I get. And yes, I work long hours, but I feel like if I don't work out, my work suffers. My concentration is worse.
Yes, definitely.
Like the way I come across in meetings and stressful situations, like I can just, if I feel like I am in shape and I feel like I'm healthy and fit, it affects all areas of my life, and I couldn't imagine kind of just not paying attention to it. But not everyone's the same, so I think you can't push people into.
Oh no! It has to. My point of view, it has to be, someone's personal decision. I mean, unfortunately, this does happen. Like people get pressured by external forces, and they come and see someone like me, and you know, we lay down the law and go, okay, this is what we got to do. You know, these are the steps we're going to take, and these people they'll show up for the workouts, but then they will go home and order Papa John's, or they'll go home and or you'll tell them, okay, I want you maybe to go out for a long walk. When instead of that, they'll go and sit in the beer garden and drink a couple of pints of Guinness.
But you got to realize for yourself what's important to you and how you want to live your life. I'm trying to be more empathetic with other people's choices.
Yeah.
And not everybody can be wired the exact same way. But like as humans or creatures on this planet, what part of our existence should be involved being like movement and moving around? Like, are we just kind of because a lot of our life these days is kind of walking down the street, lying in bed, sitting in a chair, and is that kind of the meaning of our existence to a large degree? Like, if you look at life overall, how many days you're alive, like as an adult, how often do you touch the ground? Like as an adult, how often you crawl on the floor and do a cartwheel? Like, you become so stiff and alienated, and I think it makes society healthier overall. Like, I feel great, super tired after some of these workout sessions that we do, but also like something shifts and it like de-stresses me, and I feel more in touch with my environment. I'm sitting in a chair, even if I'm fucking getting a lot of work done, I kind of burn out from the inside. Think it's difficult to change people's habits?
Oh yeah, that's the first struggle. That's the first struggle. Always has been in this industry. It's always been. It's if you can't.
Do you think that's your job, to change people's habits? What is your job?
Coach people into living healthier and better lives. You can encourage.
What do you
better
do
habits.
to somebody who comes to you and you kind of realize that their reasons are not right? Like, I want the quick fix. Make me look like this.
No, you have to. If you're a good trainer and you're honest,
you have to turn people away.
Yeah. There are some people will come to me and they'll be like, I want to look absolutely magazine ready in 3 weeks. And if you're a good trainer, you're going to be honest with that person and say, that's not realistic. And unfortunately, a lot of people will immediately turn around and that's not what they want to hear, and they'll storm out the door and they'll be like, oh, I'll go find someone that can. And it's, I think it's expectation versus reality, and it's a very, very hard thing when a lot of people are fed these, these magazines or like things like, oh, like a 4 week blah 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 cleanse, and you can look like this.
I empathize with that though, because of when I said to you, I want to go to the CrossFit Games, and you like laughed at me, and you were like, the amount of training required to do that's not something you do, and I want the quick fix too.
Yeah.
I'll just say, okay, I'm going to train with Richard for 2 months and I'll be ready to win the CrossFit. That's just not going to happen, is it?
No.
And it's actually having the longevity, doing something that you love, so you stick with it, and then have enough persistence that you fall in love with the work and the journey more so than the end result. Because if you're too fixed on the end result and it's too far away, it'll just cripple you, and some people never even get started. Well,
you're right, that's like sort of failing even before you begin.
Right.
You've got that sort of negative mindset where, you think, right, okay, I'm here and I want to get here, but then you look at the distance and you think, oh, all that hard work, and all of a sudden you talk yourself out of it.
I get that when I run. I find it easier to do sort of quick bursts of super intense, close your eyes and go, as opposed to I still have 40 minutes on this treadmill and I'm knackered and like this gradual pain. I just want the plaster to be ripped off.
Yeah, break it down. It's the biggest thing when you've got this sort of like this barrier, and you've got that distance barrier, and you've got that sort of like time barrier. It's what I say to people is, okay, this is the overall goal, but what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into little sections, and we'll have these micro goals within it. Break it down into those little attainable goals. Yeah. If you turn to someone and go, okay, for you to make like a life-changing thing is going to take 6 months, and it's going to, and that's it. And you leave someone with that thought, and then the first thing they think is that worth it? Is me putting all that time in, is it really, really worth it? And a lot of people I meet, they will talk themselves out of it before they even speak to someone like me. You quite often in this industry, you will meet people that have been beaten down of, you know, being overweight, being, you know, they feel unattractive, they've had these snide comments, you know.
People tell me, oh, I feel I'm too fat to even go to the gym.
Yeah, I
mean, I'm too out of shape.
And that makes no fucking sense. It really makes no sense whatsoever.
So they're really not common. Go at all.
Yeah,
instead
because they're almost ashamed of themselves. Oh, everyone in the gym's going to be super, super fit. You know, fucking guess what? They're not.
No.
Everyone's different, and it's like, you know, everyone has a different sort of starting area. I mean, like, again, you said, you know, a few people on a previous video that had me in it, oh, why is that fat guy training Taz? Taz looks amazing. It's like, you know, first of all, fucking calm down. Second of all, everyone's got a different starting position, right? I mean, no, people who don't know, you know, person A's story, person B, person C, person D, everyone's at different levels. And as soon as you realise you're on a fitness journey and everyone's on their way to getting where they want to be, you know, the judgment stops, and then you suddenly realise, and you can actually relate to these people, and you sort of, when the big sort of like in shape guy comes in and they see the overweight person on the treadmill, or the cross trainer, or the rowing machine, they're not going to turn around and go, oh, look at that fat mess. They're going to be like, no, good on you. You know, well done. You're actually taking action. You're doing something 100%. About it, and that's what matters. It's not about, you know, you shouldn't be self-conscious because you're walking into a place where there should be loads and loads of fit people. You're walking into a place where everyone is working towards a goal and they want to achieve something. That's that's what you should be thinking about. Not, I'm very, very self-conscious. I mean, yes, people are self-conscious, and it's
understandable. It's understandable because we're all self-conscious about certain things, but overall, I think you just gotta focus more on yourself and
exactly going to the gym is
improve yourself bit by bit and be better than you were yesterday. It sounds really corny and cliche, but that's actually how it is.
No, yeah,
what beats me up more, so because I'm quite competitive.
Yeah, I know.
And when I see competition or someone who's better than me, then like I do sometimes take that really personal, and I'm like, why am I not good enough?
That's why after you watched the CrossFit documentary, you came in and went, I want to be in the CrossFit Games. I was like, shit.
I did.
And that's another thing.
I've been wanting to.
You've got magpie syndrome, mate. Fitness magpie syndrome.
Yeah.
Like you've got a goal already, and all of a sudden, ooh, shiny. you want that one. It's like, no. Concentrate on the first one first.
But I think for me, I've kind of managed that now, and I know it's not about competing with others so much as it is competing with myself. And then now I'm doing this transformation again, and I feel like a couple of months back, you know, I was here, and now I'm like restarting from sort of there. And you know, it's an up and down, and like when you've already been here and you have to go back to there, that I find mentally draining. Like I'm in my third week now, I'm getting back into it, but when things get hard and I'm just like, I've been able to do this a lot easier, and you know, I can still, like, you're telling me you're seeing progress, and I'm like, this isn't like how I remember it. There's like a layer there, and like, you know what I mean? So I beat myself up about it, I think, to different degrees. Other people probably do too.
Well, here's a real good thing that I sort of say to a lot of my clients. You are probably going to be one of the last people to notice it, because I mean, like, you wake up every morning, you go in, you have a shower, you look at the mirror, you see yourself in the mirror every day, and sort of seeing that change over time, it's not going to be as noticeable to you because you're constantly seeing yourself. Where someone like a co-worker, or even, you know, someone that just doesn't see you that often, they will start to notice it because they don't see you as often. But over time, they'll notice it before you do. And then, like, usually what will happen is someone that doesn't see you very often will see it. They'll be like, holy shit, what happened?
It's been a pleasure. I'll see you every single day. I've seen you again throughout this episode. It'd be good to get some reactions from people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we've got a few good
today
things.
We talked about, you know, people's struggles with fitness, what it means to different people, and if it's important to focus on it.
Yeah, how important is it in your life?
Yeah.